Hello, and you are back in the driving seat with James, and we are on Dust 2. Now, there have been some recent changes to the skyboxes on this map. Still exist in some places, as you can see here, but generally speaking, over this area, you can throw this way, and you can throw this way, and all kinds of other nonsense. So we're going to explore some nades in that regard, and around the rest of the map as well. We are going to start with the most difficult smoke I throw, which is from this corner, crouching, aiming in the middle of this kind of second piece of muck. Let's get a closer look at that. So you can see piece of muck, piece of muck, piece of muck. We're just aiming somewhat in the middle there. So, and it's a jump throw, and you release the nade just after you throw it. As you can see, you have a nice smoke for Xbox. This may give a bit of a advantage here, not really sure, as you may see an AWPer's body without them seeing you at all, and of course you can go for a really fast short push with that smoke as well. So that's that. Next smoke is, I'm just going to kind of go through them as I go around the map. If you want to smoke the corner of long here, if you're expecting an AWPer to be there, or a rifler or otherwise, basically just run into this corner, aim at the corner of this lapel and throw. You see the result there. So if you're pushing, now you have a bit of protection as you go forward. Now, if you're pushing long on your own, you've got no one to flash you in, then basically what I sometimes do, not that, doing too many things at once, okay, is you want to throw off this ridge, but bearing in mind, with flashbangs, you don't want to aim your crosshair at the ridge, because from this distance it will hit above. So you need to aim a bit below, hit that, land in the right place, and then there you go. Get yourself a pop flash to go out. Works both ways. So if you want to go for a push here, you can do that as well. So that's that area. Okay. As we head towards long, again, this is something in case you're on your own. If you want to have a pop flash to peek this area, in case you're thinking someone might be there, someone might be here. Basically, you just stand in line with these bricks here, and then you want to throw a flash off the top of this ridge. And again, you're not putting your crosshair on the ridge itself, you're putting it just below, because the flash will go higher than your crosshair is suggesting. And you'll see that lands just about there, so you could actually do a bit lower to make it go a bit further. That's a bit better. So even if you're perfectly in line, you're gonna get flashed there. Something I saw Hiko do a while ago. So come out a bit like this. Now, one of the changes to this map in terms of the ceiling. Let's say you have a rifler in this position and he's holding an angle here, and you've got control of long, and basically you want to allow help your teammates push short, so the CTs have very few places to hide on the A site, and you can take the site. If you stand in this corner and you get a flashbang out and you want to aim on this ridge and take the tiny step forward and do a jumping throw like this. Okay, let's look at this from this point of view. Oops. If you're on the slope there, you can see the that's where the flash landed. So anybody anywhere here is going to get flashed unless they're holding a tight angle. Well, even the tightest angle on Goose, they're still going to get flashed as well, unless they're not peeking. So this is pretty much going to flash everybody, just before it goes away. Everybody that's playing the A site, unless you have an AWPer in a passive position here. But it might be here. Some people play kind of this angle, so they're not actually peeking. So this is the only person who's not getting flashed in this situation. But then, as your teammates are coming here, then if you've got control of long already, it's unlikely there's going to be a play here. And even if there is, then he's probably going to be screwed by people coming from both directions. So good luck to him. On the flip side, no pun intended, as you're coming out of CT spawn and you want to smoke long doors, you can jump here, and basically you want to aim your crosshair in line with this corner and in the middle of this second rightmost pattern here, and just throw. And there is your smoke. So if you're looking for I haven't tested this versus rush timing, but if you're looking for a smoke, even if you're not playing long, say you're playing CT spawn or whatever, this allows your teammates who are at long to keep their smoke grenades should they want to smoke off, re-smoke long, or even if you need to smoke long later, then you can do that. Or let's say you're on an eco and you want to concentrate your efforts. Let's say you're going for a short push, for example, and you don't want to have anybody long. Then you can just quickly throw this smoke, then boost your teammates up, and then away you go down short. Meanwhile, the people long have no idea what lies on the other side of this smoke. Okay, let's go this way. Now, most people know how to smoke this area. Actually, somebody did show a smoke from long, bouncing off this wall to that lands here, which is a nice fake, but I haven't practiced that one yet, so you can look for it on the CSGO Reddit or elsewhere. Okay, so after some corrections, if you want to throw the CT spawn smoke from the left side of mid, again there is a risk here, but if for some reason you need to do it, you don't stand in front of the log, you stand in front of the wall. And you want to aim at the bottom of this gold thing, pretty much here, and throw. And there you go. You've got your perfect CT spawn smoke. And again, everyone knows this one. Stand in the corner, aim there, throw. Bit Captain Obvious. If you need to smoke Xbox, we saw it from T-spawn. If you need to smoke it from lower tunnel, then you line up with this part of this these bricks. Put your crosshair. You obviously stand in the middle of the arch. Put your crosshair at the tip of the arch, and just throw. And that's going to work every single time. Right, now there are some flashes on shorts, which I'm going to show you from two directions. So let's say you had control of lower tunnel and as a CT, and for whatever reason, I don't know if the T's knew that your teammate was there, or he just wanted to peek mid or whatever, you can now flash in this fashion. I'm not sure if you could do it before, but tested it now. Just line up the crosshair with the tip of this spike, then put it near to, there's like a little, pretty much like here, and just throw. That will go into mid. So if I show you from this position, tightest to the wall, you can see it is going to flash people through this little thing because that's not solid. So that's going to flash pretty much everybody who's in mid. So if you do have a teammate here, or if you just want to make them paranoid about this area, then you can do that, and then your teammate can go for a peek. Obviously, I wouldn't go this far because you've got no cover from there, but there you go. And if you wanted to flash a teammate as the T side from lower tunnel, simple pop flash will, look at that, just perfect there. So your teammate's just holding this kind of angle and comes out, clears everything. Always remember to clear this and this as well. Sometimes you get sneaky people in those spots. So yeah, those are pop flashes for short in either direction. Now, if you want to, there are some instances where, well, there's a lot of instances where, as we saw before, AWPers will peek this corner. And this is actually an interesting smoke with relation to throwing the flashbang, which comes over here to flash all of these people. If you throw the smoke I'm about to show you first, if there is an AWPer who's in this position, then it will make his life harder as well. This is a smoke commonly referred to as the Fanatic smoke, of which there are many. Essentially, you want to be colliding with this wall. You line up so this touches this, like so, and see this line, just follow it to the middle of this gap and throw. See your smoke bounces off that wall and will smoke off this area. So there's a bit of a gap there. Maybe it requires a bit of adjustment, but generally speaking, most of the angles for an AWPer are now covered in this area. Obviously, while that's covered, you can throw your nades in as well. So if you had a flashbang, get the flashbang in there like this, or whatever. So that can be part of your push if you're throwing the flash from long. Oops, I mean to go here. Actually, while I am here, a smoke from CT spawn. A lot of you have problems running over towards B without getting AWPed by terrors, getting gapped as it's commonly referred to as. And often the CT solution is smoke yourselves off in mid, so you've got absolutely no vision of short or mid, or you have no idea what's going on there. That is not how you want to do it. Basically, you want to just throw smoke off this box that lands here, like so. Then you run through the smoke. They can still take pot shots, but they won't know when you're passing or how many of you pass. So you can do that, and then if you have an AWPer, he can still have his angle onto short. So people start peering, etc. You can take a shot, maybe miss, make the call, see if anybody is on Xbox, so on and so forth. So there's just something for you to think about there. Now, as we head over towards the B bomb site, if you're going for retakes and you've got nobody in tunnel, you can run into this corner, basically just aim at this angle on the neck of the lamp and throw a smoke. If you think that maybe a terror is going to be in the tunnel area, then this can cause some more doubt. So let's say you're in a 1v1 situation, you're going for a fake defuse, then they're going to have to come through that smoke blind if this is where they are, and they want to stop you from peeking. So this could help you, could be to your advantage. Another common spot when you're going for retakes, for the T's to be, depending on how many there are, is behind this box. A quick tip while we're here, if you got these stairs, then you can also just see somebody's head as they come into the window, which is what T's also commonly do. So if you're a CT and you've got a HE grenade, high explosive, basically you want to do a running throw that bounces off that back wall and lands in a pretty nasty position. I did it from a bit far back, just for a little bit of safety behind that box, but you can do it from further up, of course, and have it land right in front of them, like so. Okay, another smoke. If you're, I often do this when I'm on an eco with like a 5.7 or whatever, is just get a smoke and throw it at this door. So it bounces off this door, bounces back off this door, and lands a little bit forward, like so. Got to throw it higher rather than lower to give it a bit of length. So this allows you to run into low tunnel without being seen. People will get suspicious of this though. The fact that they can't see if someone's passing, they should make the call to their teammates. So you have a number of options depending on your spawn, etc. And it does take a little while for this smoke to pop as well, considering how far it went. You can throw it lower to get it to pop faster. So depending on how long it takes, you can take an angle here, or an angle like this, or if you can get there fast enough. This is a horrible angle for the T's to cope with as they come down the stairs. And also you can jump up here on the side. And if you have coordination with your teammates on B, they could potentially throw flashes through the B tunnel, which would possibly flash the T's here, and also just run distraction while you can pop up. Or if you have a mag 7, you just jump like this. So if they're close, you just boom, pot shot, take them out. Because often you will see T's come up here. So let's say shotgun, bam, that's a dead terror or counter terror, whoever. Okay, back to mid. If you're going on a Mad Rambo style rush, again, I often do this with a P250. It's a bit scary, but if I'm on an eco, I will just YOLO run down suicide. Try to get over here as fast as possible. I'd say a third of the time I'm going to get myself into trouble, but however you do it, just with a P250, whatever, just running a flash off that, and I'll be chasing down a potential AWPer in a 1v1 situation here. So that's just a little bit of a pop flash for you. You can adjust it so you want it to pop. You don't want it to go this far into the door unless you're expecting someone to play CT or whatever, because obviously this is enough information for them to turn away, turn back, and shoot you in the face. So I'll leave you to play with that one. Now, is there anything else we need to do? Oh, there's a sneaky angle here onto short, sorry, which some people should know, but also it's a good angle for a nade. If you're expecting somebody to be in the stairs area like this, then it's going to be hard for them to escape once they see this nade coming. All they can do really is run in this direction, which is probably not what they want to do. Oh, and there's a smoke onto a site. So basically, you're here, not exposing yourself to Goose, but you want to throw this at the pizza sign. And when you don't mess it up, it lands in the corner of the site, which also has an effect here in that it gives, if you're pushing long at the same time, it gives your teammates a bit more cover from the A site. So if you have someone in a sneaky position, say on the barrels and so on, then their vision is going to be obscured. But also, it's going to be a problem for somebody playing this angle as well. And it's good for a plant when you're planting for long. If goose is clear or whatever, or again, you can just do it from a more passive angle. If you think someone's hiding on the site, nade them in the face. Look at that, right in the face. That's not going to be nice. Can do the same with Molotovs as well, which will force them out of the position. Okay, so one thing I forgot to show, so I've come to the game PC in the office to show you, is when you spawn from CT, pop flash to stop an impending B rush. Come through the doors, wait 2, maybe 3 seconds, then just as you're moving backwards, you let go of your primed flashbang, like so. I just stick that in. So you can see the line. See, that's a lovely pop flash. You can run with it as well. I wouldn't run further than hit like here, maybe. Or if you see an arm, you might want to just go a little bit further. But if you full peek, even if they're blind, they're all going to be shooting this way and you're probably going to die. I do have an example I'll show you in a second or two. But I would run with the flash. Obviously, just before it pops, you just look away as you're moving in. Then I'd go here. If you start to engage, if there is a push, I would slowly back off. So you can just constantly come behind here and engage 1v1s, 1v1s, and hopefully give yourself time to reload or have a teammate come to window or whatever as you're kind of backing off from your opponent. So there's a nice pop flash, then there'll be an example, and then that will be the end of our Dust 2 video for now. Pop flash. I did peek too far though, so I died after killing 2 people, but here we go. Wait a little bit and quickly look away. See how overextended, but you see the point.